Everyone, it's Janet Wakeland with remarkablycreated.com. In today's One Take Wonder video, I'm going to show you a bunch of different ideas for creating gift cards. Gift cards are something that are practical, they're wonderful, they are never out of style. Of course, one size fits all. And I know I love receiving gift cards that I can go shopping for things that I like. So what we're going to be doing is, again, taking a look at all of these, and we're going to make two projects together. All of the gift cards have one thing in common, and that is the Blended Seasons bundle. This bundle is a limited release bundle available only during the month of August and only while supplies last. You're going to notice on all of the samples I did not choose to use the stamp set. As with all of our bundles, you can purchase the bundle saving 10%, or you simply can invest in just the stamp set or just the framelits. The framelits I am finding are indispensable. They are just something that you can't live without. And some of the elements that are key to these gift cards are these different frames right here, and they are stitched, if you can see that. So they are stitched. And then on two of them, we went ahead and used the beautiful little flower elements without any stamping, just used cardstock and layering to create those elements. So you're going to see that as we work. So let's put that off to the side. So let's take a look at some of these different samples and ideas. And not all of them are 100% finished. I still have a greeting to add. And on this one, we still need to finish the inside, and you'll see what I mean by that in just a second. But there's the front. And with this card, what it is it's a panel card. You have a piece of the Very Vanilla and the Designer Series paper on top of it. There's no reason, since this opens, for the card to also open. So you have that panel card. This one here is a sweet little birthday gift card for a young child, and one of the fun of presents is opening them. So I worked with the bow so that it could indeed then be untied, and it had the feeling of opening a present. So that was kind of why I did it that way. And when we go ahead and start to pull this through and lift it up, you're going to find the gift card holder in here, and the gift card would go right in here. And the slots here are created with this element right here on this trio punch. In addition, the trio punch has a corner piece, which is how all of these were rounded. So there's a little gift card there. Here is a fun birthday one. We just turned it sideways. And we have the wish. This is our Broadway birthday one. Have our greeting on the inside ribbon, and then your gift card fits right down inside there. And you're going to see a gift card in one of them in just a second, so you'll know what I'm talking about. This one could be used for retirement, for graduation, and then you open it up inside, and there's your greeting, and again, your gift card tucks in there. Here's a sweet little one for a baby using our new buffalo check. Oh my gosh, how can you live without that? A little vellum, and the baby's colored with the blends. Bring on the bows, it's a girl. And this sweet little die cut bow is from that Blended Seasons bundle, the Stitched Seasons Framellits. So that's where that comes from. And then here's one with our new Santa signpost. And this one does have the gift card in it so that you can see how that works. So again, these are all done as a panel, and then corners are rounded, again, because you don't need those to open. A couple of other ideas for you. You can simply tie a little gift onto the tree. You could put a little note in it. You can go ahead and put money in it. Of course, you can put your gift card in it. For Halloween, you can see we slipped a little piece of chocolate, so your Ghirardelli square, some other smaller treats would fit. If you have a church or an organization that does a giving tree or an angel tree, these are perfect, and you can simply slip the recipient's name and what it is that they would like for the holidays in there. And then another idea that I had that I haven't executed yet is that you could easily make 24 of these and either put little treats in them. You could have 24 daily activities, 24 random acts of kindness, depending on, of course, the theme that you pick for the front. You could also have a little piece of scripture that is literally part of the nativity story, and you could be reading that each day leading up to Christmas. So lots and lots of possibilities with these guys. So much fun. So let's set these aside. And then just for a second for you, I have the dimensions of the three different framelits. The largest one is 4 7/8 by 3 3/8. The medium one is 4 inches by 3 3/4. And then we have 3 1/8 by 2 1/8. So those are the framelits, and they've been oh so practical and useful. So I'm going to show you another variation that I did not showcase in the very beginning with all the samples that I just showed you, but just another idea for you. So this is literally my favorite card fold if I'm going to do a fancy card fold. And what you have here is you have a long cut of cardstock, so it's 11 inches by 5.5 inches. You fold it in half, and then you just take this end and fold it back to its edges. You're going to take your bone folder and give it a really, really nice crease. And then I have some of our beautiful new holiday paper to inspire you with. So we've got our beautiful new holiday paper. The piece for the inside is cut down to 4 inches by 5 1/4. You're going to put that on the inside. And for once, I am actually ready when I run out of adhesive. Oh my gosh, no more faking it. I was ready this time. And then we have a piece cut here for the front that is 4 1/4 by just under 2 3/4. So we have this happening. We have our pocket, and I want to show you how you get this piece here that you're using to create a pocket. You're going to be working with your largest framelit from here that's in that set. You're going to cut your paper lengthwise, that 11 inches by 5.5 inches. You're going to fold that in half, and then up on the fold, you're going to take your framelit and you're going to lay it just a little bit beyond the fold, okay? That gives you that opening, that fold so that it opens like this, okay? So that's how you get that. And that works with anything. It works with a circle, a square, any of our other labels, any of the other sizes. Anytime you want something to open that's a framelit, simply take that framelit and lay it just beyond where it's folded, and you'll always be able to accomplish this. So now let's take and lay this down inside here. And then we're going to take this piece and, oh, I moved my trimmer way out of spot. That's okay. I trust my eyes. And you're just going to cut this point to point. And I'm going to use snail because it's here. Normally I would use liquid glue, but it does take a while to dry and it can get a little bit messy. But just to kind of give you an idea, and I'll go back in and I'll tighten this back down. I'll pull it back up. But just to give you an idea. So, and then you would put that on the end. And that's what's going to create that pocket. But again, I would use liquid glue because you want that nice firm hold because you're going to be sliding that card in and out. So then what I've done is I've taken the medium size one and I've cut it. And I'm going to put adhesive just to the left of the point. I'm going to use my point as a vehicle for lining it up, both with the edge of the paper and what's underneath. And then what I have here is these beautiful die cuts. I haven't quite decided what color. I thought maybe you guys could also kind of chime in on what color you think. A couple of things about these die cuts. Let me show you where they came from. We have this beautiful new bundle that will be debuting on September 5th in the holiday catalog. We have all of these greetings, Merry Christmas, and so you can mix and match a die cut or stamped words, or you can die cut 4 of the words or die cut. You've got 2 labels, so it's a beautiful, beautiful set. And so I'm just going to go ahead and take this. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, what about gold? So just depending on what's happening, this is going to be the front of my cards. We'll poke that out. And then this will be the front. I like the gold with that little red coming up behind it. And then just to talk to you about this paper for just a second, this is kind of cherry cobbler, Mary Merlot, and then you've got this beautiful green, shades of green, and that's from this 6x6 glimmer stack that's also in the holiday catalog. So really, really pretty paper. And again, I would use my adhesive to adhere that down, and I've got a nice, quick, and simple gift card holder for the holidays. And if you'll visit me at remarkablycreated.com, you'll be able to see this all finished up and pretty and ready to go for you. So then let's look at another version, and it's more similar to the panel cards that we've been making. So for this project, what I brought in was our new tin foil dynamic embossing folder. It's one of the thicker ones, and it gives you this beautiful pattern right here. And this paper here is our galvanized paper, It is kind of muted. It's not a high sheen like our silver. It's not a foil. It is a galvanized paper, and it just has a really fun country vibe to it. And I cut this such that there's just the small, and I'm going to hold it up this way so I can see it better since I'm not standing up leaning over it, so that there is the smallest sliver of mint behind this, just the smallest sliver. And then this designer paper is our frosted floral paper, and I have quite a few samples on my blog already featuring this paper. And this paper has a nice sheen to it, so that's where the frosted part comes from. And again, we did the same thing. We cut it on a fold so that we have it. So let's go ahead and let's adhere that. If you think that this is going to get opened and closed a lot, another tip for you would be to go ahead and use tear and tape to really hold that down. So again, just like we did before, let's just go ahead and cut across. Okay, I'm doing pretty good with cutting that straight. And remember, you're going to use liquid glue, but for right now, I'm just going to tack it this way so that I'm not making a mess in front of all of you guys here on the camera. And we're going to put that down there. And I would go ahead and add another little greeting or some other thing on the inside, but let's work on the front because I want to show you some of the elements again from the kit. So here we have a galvanized circle cut with the stitch shapes. So let's go ahead. And because it's not a high foil, this does take adhesive nice. And I already went ahead and embossed the greeting ahead of time. The greeting is from this stamp set right here, Country Home. And I love the sentiments in this set. I just think that they're so warm and fuzzy. So great, great thing. Lots of things that we have in our lives to be grateful for and to give thanks for. So this one happens to say, so grateful for someone like you in my life. And now what I've done, these are the elements from, some of the elements, not all of them quite yet, but these are some of the elements from that blended seasons. And you could cut some out, but again, I'm just trying to use the paper and just spotlighting just the framelits and the framelits alone. So this element here, I actually cut twice. I cut it once on the Mint Macaron, and then I cut it once on Blackberry Bliss. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to cut that out. So we're cutting those off. We're going to add some adhesive to this main flower, and then I just want to line this up, see if I can get this going the right way. I think it goes like this. So now I have my really pretty flower, and I'm going to put those up here on this upper corner. And I've cut two of the pretty little leaves and elements out of the galvanized again, just kind of keeping it soft and simple. And we're going to just pick up this little edge just a little bit, and we're going to do the same thing up and over. This one's going to stay up a little higher. It's not going to be as layered as far down. And then another fun little piece that I have is I have this little kind of galvanized hook. I know it has a different name in the catalog, and I'm sorry I'm not calling it by the right name, but it's like a paper clip. And what I'm going to do for something different on this, just to add a different little element, is I'm going to seal this shut with this piece right here. Then one last thing that I want to do is I want to add just a little bit of linen thread. And I don't know if you can see out there, but this linen thread is actually a little bit darker. If you can see, like if I put it, can you see if I sit them side by side, this is a little bit darker than this. To achieve this look, what I did, and I did it a little earlier so that it would be dry, is I took my smoky slate pad and I took a sponge dauber. You can actually just use a scrap of paper too if you want or whatever, but the sponge daubers are great. They fit right over your finger. And I just laid my linen thread down and I just pulled it through until I had the desired depth that I wanted to work with, so that, I don't know, the light tan was just too tan, too brown when I'm working with the kind of cooler colors here, the mint and this. And so I'm going to just tip this up and see if I can, yep, there we go, perfect. And so now we can go ahead and just add our little bow right here on that fun little clip. And of course, let's just shorten it down just a little bit. We don't need it that kind of crazy long. So there's another variation for you on that gift card, and I'll still go ahead and add a message to the inside. So make sure that you come visit me at remarkablycreated.com so that you can order this bundle. Remember, it's while supplies last, during the month of August only. We will not see it in future publications or availability, and you don't want to be paying those crazy high prices out on the secondhand market. Also, come find me at remarkablycreated.com for your copy of both our holiday catalog and our annual catalog. If you do not have a demonstrator that you work with, I would love to provide you with a copy. I'm adding you to my mailing list so that you can get all of my personal specials, my 40+ PDF tutorials a month, and so much more. So thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to sharing more holiday ideas with you guys. Take care and God bless.